Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cyrus from MTV. You know me. I'm a representative of the Westcoast Collective. And when you guys get thirsty, want to drink a little something, check out drinkglow.com. Drinkglow.com. It's your boy Cyrus. You know how we do. Just fall on through and check out that West Coast Collective. Bake Nasty, I see you, player.
Man, with all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, I had to create a podcast. This for me and you, connect dots. You ready? Let's go. You have now entered into
ready.
Everybody know I'm
West
a fool.
Coast Collective Podcast.
Yeah, you talking all that mess. You better be ready. Come correct. Have your facts ready. Everything is relative. But to me, it's about community. It's about respect. It's about honor. It's about intellectuals. It's about motivation. It's bringing it hard. You ready? Let's go.
That's what's up. Definitely.
That's right.
Yeah.
So am I going to get to watch this thing, babe?
Huh?
That thing that you want me to watch?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I was thinking I'm going to put it on here. We could all watch it together, and then we could chime in afterwards. Why not?
Why not? That sounds cool.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to find it, and I'm going to share it up here. But you guys just let me know if you can hear it or not. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm almost there, y'all. Let me see.
Right.
Okay. Broadcast this thing. Screen share. There we go.
Okay.
You are screen sharing. Can you guys see what's on my screen?
Yes.
Y'all see that R. Kelly thing?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear. Yeah, me neither.
You don't hear anything. All right. I'm about to trick something out. I'm gonna use my phone for the audio.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna play it at the same. Man, I wish this girl would stop calling me. I'm busy. All right, so what we're trying to do is play this audio of the parents and the concerned family members that have accused R. Kelly of this crime. All right, so here we go. Today, for months in, years in, until he released these girls and put them back where they belong. My daughter was off in college at the time, and I haven't seen her since. I want to thank y'all for coming out, and I'm going to let someone else speak. I'm going to let my wife speak, and then I'm also going to let Shantae speak if she wants to. Can you tell us your name first? My name is Timothy Savage.
And before you leave the microphone, though, can we ask you, it's a pretty serious charge to say that your daughter's being held against her will. How old is she, and what evidence do you have she's being held against her will?
My daughter is, right now, she's 21 at this time. I'm going to ask some questions after this. So if you can hold your questions, I'm going to ask a couple questions for people. So allow my family and friends to speak and guests to speak so we can have that honor to share and put this out here, okay? Thank you. This is my wife, Jonjolyn Savage.
I'm Jonjolyn. It's spelled Jonjelyn. The house that we're standing in front of today is the first time I've been at this location. But through the sources of Cheryl Mack, which was his assistant that gave me information about the guest house. Also, I have pictures of where the house was, inside this house where he resided, where he had rooms set up for like a hotel for the girls to stay in. And he also had a black room where they do different sexual acts in. And then he had the separate rooms, 3 separate rooms, total 4 rooms in his house, which they have it all identical, set up. my daughter's severely brainwashed. She's brainwashed to the point where she says anything that he asks her to say. She's not the same Jocelyn that we knew when we met. I've reached out to Diane Copeland and Alicia Evans, which are the madams that watches over the girls, and they would not give me any information about my daughter. So we just want him to release her and let her go on with her life, because he's affected too many young girls over the years. And I just want her home and to try to get her rehabilitated to the Jocelyn that we know and miss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please give us your name, please.
My name is Asante McGee, ASANTE. I had an encounter with R. Kelly, and I lived with him at another location that's not far from here. I've participated and witnessed a lot of acts that I did not agree with, and the way he manipulates each and every woman that comes around. I'm blessed to have a strong will mind, and the things that I've witnessed. I have a 17-year-old daughter myself, and I always thought this could be my daughter. I've been reading the blogs. Everybody's saying that, oh, we're lying. R. Kelly's not this monster. He's not that person. I've always been a fan of R. Kelly from day one. I was always defending him until I got behind closed doors. I've reached out to the Savages as well as Isabel Clary parents because I saw both of their daughters, and I did not like what I was seeing. Again, I felt like if this was my daughter doing this, I want somebody to come out to me and help me. So I've been with them and just giving them as much information that I've seen, just living in a house with them. And it just took a whole bunch of encounters that finally I got the willpower to just walk away. So I've been gone since last summer, but I stayed in contact with them after I left and gave them as much updates that I could give them as far as the conditions that's treated, where you have to ask to be, take a bath, permission to shower, to eat, permission to go from one room to the next. He really manipulates your mind because of who he is and his fame. So if it wasn't because of his fame and you're happy because you're with R. Kelly, he wouldn't get away with doing the things they want. So as far as these girls, I feel like they've been in so long that they will need help because of the things that he puts in your head and make you believe everybody's against you.
Was it this house here?
No, I've never. This is my first time being at this house. I was always at the main location. And I really don't know the address offhand, but it's another location that's not far from this home.
How long did you know R. Kelly?
3 years. Yes.
How'd you meet him?
We're gonna step in for a minute. Yes. I want to answer the majority of the questions. Some of these questions will be answered at a later date. We will give another interview. I will answer a couple questions if you have questions. So I want to take your question first. What question do you have, and what would you like for me to answer?
You already answered how old your daughter is. She's 21, so she is of age. Again, the charge you make is that she's being held against her will. What evidence of that do you have, other than perhaps some of the conversations you've had where she sounded a little off?
Well, if you have cultured and looked at where it's Stockholm Syndrome, that's what my daughter has right now. And so those are the things that's going to come to play, and we're going to share all these things at a later date. Can I have another question?
You're making some pretty serious accusations, though, and it doesn't appear that you have strong evidence to back them up. What evidence do you have?
That evidence is going to appear within the next 2 to 3 days. It will appear on another time set. This is just to actually come out and introduce the people who are making these accusations. We're going to actually bring that to the forefront within the next 2 to 5 days. I promise you that.
Are you filing a suit?
Another conversation. No, give me one more.
Are you working with authorities?
Yes, I am working with authorities. We're working with the FBI, and we're also working with the sheriff here in Johns Creek Police Department. And that's it, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Hold up. My daughter wants...
All right. Let me see. Okay. All right. Then the sister comes on. Okay. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So I want to start with Ro because I've been talking to you for a minute, JB, and after Ro speaks, then you could follow up. But Ro, what is your first assessment with that?
I mean, oh gosh, it seems, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, the daughter is 21, you know. Um, he seemed like, did he seem to you guys like he was hesitant to say how old his daughter was?
That's exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
But
was
you know
very
what, though?
hesitant. It was weird. He was like, my daughter is 21. And I was like, what? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. That just seemed kind of weird to me. But I mean, you know, that age, I mean, whether she's 20 or 21, she's grown. Um, I mean, if it, I don't know. It just seems something seems off.
It's a tough one, huh, Ro?
Yeah, yeah. Because then it's like they don't want to give information. The question, you know, like, what do you have? I mean, this is a heavy charge to bring against R. Kelly. And it's like, you know, you're asked, what do you have? What proof do you have? And you want to, oh, in 2 to 5 days, you'll get the proof. I mean, if it was my daughter, I would let it all be known right here and right now. You know, what are we dragging this out for? You know what I'm saying? If I want my daughter to come home so bad, what do you guys think?
Go ahead, JB. Chime in.
Um, I mean, like Ro, when he was hesitant with giving her age, man, I felt like, okay, what does he have up his sleeve? It just, it
Yeah,
just, it gave me red flags. Red flags just instantly went up because I'm like, I'm gonna tell the age of my daughter. There's no hesitancy in that fact. They ask
right.
how old, I'm gonna let them know. You know, and the same way, if I already have the evidence or I got proof, I'm gonna put it out there. Now it's up to him to make the next move, whether he's gonna be in full denial about it, or if you know, and leave it at that, or if he's gonna try to fight it and take it head on, or ignore it altogether, man, and just be like, this cat he's crazy. He talking crazy, So
Well, I know. Yeah, I appreciate that, but I know it makes it difficult for not only people, the world, but obviously it makes it difficult for you, me, and Ro right now because of his past, and that's the reason why the majority of us were like stuck in between. But let's read. I'm going to read real quick the Los Angeles Times article that's online that came out 4 hours ago.
Okay.
It says, right when I'm about to read, my phone goes dark. Ain't that something? Let me see. Yeah, they don't want to let. Hey, R. Kelly don't want me to get this out, baby. All right. R. Kelly on Monday denied allegations that he is holding several women over the age of consent as sex slaves. Mr. Robert Kelly is both alarmed and disturbed at the recent revelations attributed to him. His attorney, Linda S. Minch, said in a statement obtained by the Times, Mr. Kelly equivocally denies such allegations and will work diligently and forcefully to pursue his accusers and clear his name. The allegations published Monday by BuzzFeed came from the parents of several women alleged to be under Kelly's sway. Writer Jim DeGratis, the former Chicago Sun-Times pop music critic, who has extensively reported on allegations that Kelly was involved sexually with numerous underage girls, also interviewed 3 people identified former member of the singer's inner circle. So according to the story, a half dozen women live in properties the singer rents and do what he tells them to do, including engaging in sexual encounters that he also records. So BuzzFeed's story that the law says that consenting adults may take part in a relationship that they want, no matter how non-traditional. Welfare checks by police in both Illinois and Georgia in the past year didn't lead to any charges. In January, the aspiring singer from Georgia told Cook County Police she was fine and did not want to be bothered. So pretty much that's it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This thing has legs, so it's not just something that popped up today.
Exactly. I mean, you know, and like you said, it's his past. And I remember watching that TV show. I think it was, I forget what was it. It was some reality TV show where his wife, who actually she's not his wife anymore, but she had divorced him like after all of that stuff came out. She actually tried to stand by his side for a while, and then I think it just became too much. So, you know, something is going on, because I don't think people are just pulling this out of the air. You know what I mean? I think something is obviously going on, but it's a matter of, you know, is it illegal? You know what I'm saying? From a law standpoint, if these women are over age, if they're consenting adults, what can you do?
Right. I don't see where, you know, I would like to hear from the actual women that are staying or residing at these places that he rents.
Right.
And just get their perspective on it. You know, and if, you know, they talking about this is where I want to be, there's no case.
Right.
Well, you know, right. You know what I thought about JP?
Then he has a right. I'm sorry, but just real quick. Then he has a right to exercise whatever kind of behavior that's consensual with these other adults in the privacy of his own home. You know?
True.
You know, when I heard this, I thought about, have you guys seen on Instagram this guy named these girls named Taz Angels?
Taz Angels? No, I
Taz
haven't
is
heard
Angels. Okay, well, it's this dude named Taz, and I don't know where they live, but he got like 8 of them, and they market and promote and host parties and all kind of stuff. And you know, the authorities, people came down on him because they was like, "Oh, he's pimping." But I don't, you know, I don't. There's rumors that circle around about what he's got going on, you know, behind the doors or whatever. But from the standpoint, it looks like he's doing adult entertainment type of activities, like hosting parties, marketing different clothes brands. So he might send 3 out to do a photo shoot, 4 of them to go do a host a party. You know what I'm saying? So they got all these little adult entertainment ventures under this brand that this one dude created. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of what this R. Kelly thing reminds me of, is like, he's the mastermind. He's the manipulator. He's the one that's pulling all the strings, you know, because of his money and his power and his influence.
Well, he has been tagged the Pied Piper, so you know what I mean? Could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they could be. They could be under that 4-play spell, that, you know, that 12-play, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They could be up under that, you know? We don't know.
All right, so I'm glad I got you two on, because you two both have daughters. And I know JB, yours is a little younger and Rose a little older. So I'm going to start with you, JB, and I want you to follow up, Ro.
Okay.
Your daughter goes to college. This is the question. Your daughter goes to college. You send her off to college.
Right.
And she meets R. Kelly, or a figure like R. Kelly with the same type of background and all that. And she tells you she's going off with R. Kelly. Now, you know, maybe it's her first, second year of college. As a parent, what do you do? Because let me just say, I looked at this thing right here, and like my sister Ro, I thought, wait a minute. This dude, something ain't right with the father. Because if this is R. Kelly's house, I'm jumping over the fence.
Right.
And you can ask me all the questions you want. and we don't have to wait for a couple more days. Here's the facts. So so it starts seeming like money now, or the objective is not to get your child, but something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I'm asking my folks. Your daughter goes to college. She's been on her own for a year or so. Next thing you know, she comes and say, "Mom, Pop, I'm hooking up with R. Kelly, and I want to be with him." Dropping out of college, doing the R. Kelly thing. JB, go.
We gonna have that.
Your voice dropped, man. I don't know if you scared.
No. I said no. We gonna have that conversation. The conversation is gonna be had, no doubt. And like I said earlier, I'm just checking to see, is she really in her right mind, and that's what she really want to do, and she done thought it out, and she's got her future planned out. With that, beyond that, whatever the case may be, if it's just a catapult, where she want to go, whatever. If as long as she ain't hurting herself and ain't hurting nobody in the process, then all I can do is be there and support. But if it's something totally different, then I will approach that situation and deal with that situation in a proper manner.
Okay, JB, I don't think you understood the question. I say R. Kelly. We know R. Kelly's history. It is something different, bruh. It ain't just, So now what you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna be at his door. Of course.
That's what I want to know. Ro, talk to me.
Okay. So this is very that's real for me because my daughter is about to go to college in September. And I'm already giving her game, look, so if that happened, say she's been there, she in her sophomore year. I mean, I'm telling her no. Given what we know about him, I'm telling her don't do it. I'm telling her don't do it. Now, of course, she would be by that point 20, 21, making her own decisions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I can't. I don't know. I think I would try to stop her. I think I would do whatever I could.
I think you would drive up there, Ro.
Yeah, I would drive up there, and I would drive up there. I mean, because I'm already telling her now. Look, you about to go to college. I'm not around the corner anymore, but it's nothing for me to hop on the road and smash for 6 hours to come get you. Yeah, I can't see myself going for it. I just can't. Even if she was really feeling it, I'm just like, nah, babe.
You know what? And like both of you just said, and I appreciate y'all answering the questions. Those are responsible answers. Hey, I'm at his door. Hey, hey, no, baby. Your initial responsibility was to finish college. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are the type of answers that I was looking for. All right, this is gonna be the last question, and then we can close this thing. I want to ask, and I'll start with you, Ro, this time. What do you see, whether right or wrong? And this is not a right or wrong answer. This is just from your mind. What do you see happening with this R. Kelly situation after what we read, what we saw, and what's in our head? Like the man said, there's going to be other press conferences. But what do you see happening with Mr. R. Kelly?
You know what? Honestly, Bake, I feel like what's that saying? When the crow has come home, the rooster what is that saying? You know what I'm talking about?
The chicken's coming home to roost.
Yeah, that's it. Because based off of what happened the last time, with that girl, and she was 14, I feel like, he got off. And I feel like he just, that it was nothing. It was just a slap on the wrist. It was nothing really. And the chickens are coming home to roost. This is something that this man is doing. He's doing something. And I think it's more skeletons just coming out the closet. And if it's true and more people are coming forth, because I don't remember in the last incident years ago, I don't remember too many people coming forth saying, yeah, this is what's going on with my daughter too. But if this, what that father said, if there's other people and they're willing to come forward and tell their story, from a legal standpoint, I still don't know. Like if they're over age, I still don't know if anything legally can happen, but I don't see it being a good thing. I don't see it being good for him. But then you have still so many people too, because I saw some stuff on Instagram today, and there's so many people that love his music because he is, been labeled as a musical genius as well. So you have people who just off of that alone, will ride for R. Kelly. But
kind of like Michael Jackson, like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and at what point do we say, okay, it's got to be some truth to this? When more than one person is coming out saying these things, more than one person came out and said the same about Mike. I mean, now, did I believe it about Mike? I mean, it was possible, but it was still always a money thing, because money seemed to be what, like swept it up under the rug. Give us some dollars. You know what I'm saying? So is this one of those things with R. Kelly too? People just trying to get some money? I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah, good. That's right, bro. JB.
Yeah, man.
What you see happening with this, man?
I think there's, for sure, I believe there's two scenarios to this, outcome. A possible third, and that would be, the third would be coming out of left field. But either what the man is saying is true, and they got the evidence, and then they pursue to whatever legal action they're gonna take against him, and he loses. Or it turns out the dad, as suspect as he was in his interview, comes out, well, he made a deal behind the scenes with R. Kelly. And it might have, and that deal might have been broken on R. Kelly's end. And so now that's why he coming out against him with this alleged allegations of Stockholm syndrome or whatever, keeping his daughter captive against her will and stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's how I see it. But I mean, like Rose said, it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, I agree. As you guys are talking too, and especially when Rose was talking, I was thinking about O.J. Simpson.
Right.
I was thinking about Bill Cosby.
Right.
I was thinking about all these actors and entertainers that maybe had a little checkered past, or did something that wasn't right, but it seemed like there's this trail, and then they keep picking up on these crumbs, this trail of crumbs, till finally one day they're like, ha, we didn't get you then, but we got you now. And that's what it seemed like with R. Kelly. Like, whoa, you might have did way too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I feel like, well, if he was a smart man, he had his business in order, everything is on the up and up. Everyone signed waivers and all that. And hey, I may have to give some hush money to some folk, but stay out of light. So I don't know. And you know what? I don't wish the family any harm or anything bad. I don't wish the girls any bad. I don't wish R. Kelly or, I hope that this type of situation can resolve itself amicably and without any harm to anybody. But the way that they're making it sound is like, whoa, if we make these judgments on the singer and it's not true, then maybe you've harmed this man's reputation for life, because it was already in the dirt. But then at the same time, if you don't, you may be harming a young woman's life by not rescuing her from, being manipulated and controlled and all that other stuff. So, man, that's crazy. Last thing, because I don't know when I'm gonna have Ro back, so I got to ask you this question, Ro. Tell me the truth. Are you down with Black China?
No.
Tell me why. What's going on? Because I heard a lot. Look, I was getting mad on this social media. I'm hearing some sisters like, yeah, girl, get your money, and so that's why I want to ask a real sister one. Holla.
Yeah, no, I feel like she is doing Black women a disservice. Black women are. Oh gosh, this is a whole nother show, Bake. You can't do me like this because I could really go in right now. But it's so much that Black women have been through where we're just trying to really come up out of the stereotypes. I think there's a movement with us, Black women, and really trying to love each other and empower one another. I know that that's the movement, that's the mission that I'm on. And it's like, then we have this, that just to me, it just takes us some steps backwards, and then I'm just not with it, Bake. I could go on and on. I'm not with it though at all. I don't support it.
Yeah.
Not even a little.
I had to do some investigating on the mama. Come to find out the mama was a stripper. So I was okay, Black China, you know what? I was a little upset at you because I didn't like the scammer thing in you. But like, damn, it's not even her fault.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Now you see the mom, she's all on. I saw like a couple videos of her on Instagram and she's talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you see where it's coming from. Like you said, it's just, I don't know. I think it's sad. I think that people really need to stop and think about how they carry themselves, for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? What you do in your life is your business.
This is a mother role.
Her mother, yeah. But my thing is what you do, what they do in their life, that's their business. But like, have some discretion, have some, I don't know, integrity or something. It's just
some dignity.
Just doing too much.
When I thought about it, yeah, you're right, some dignity, JB. But this woman is our age. Yeah. Acting a dang fool.
Yeah.
Well, the apple don't fall far from the tree, and my whole thing is, it has to be even deeper than the mama. Who knows what the grandmother was doing? You feel me?
I didn't think about the grandma. Everybody's grandmama is sweet, right?
But you know what, though, Jerry? I think too. I'm sorry. Would you finish? I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a vicious cycle. So it has to be broken somewhere. Somewhere down, somebody has to break this vicious cycle because it'll just perpetuate itself. And I feel, because see, if Rob don't get a handle on his child, she gonna end up like her mama. And I know he want that for his daughter.
Yeah.
And she gonna have money, which will make it even worse. Because she'll be able to really use that, you know what I mean? Go ahead, Ro.
No, I was just gonna say kind of like the same thing. It's just something, I'm thinking about the daughter also, because we have to set those examples and it starts from when they are children. It starts from that point, because they're like sponges. They're seeing everything, they're hearing everything, and we just got to do better and make, better examples,
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? It starts with us. That's why we have these little conversations. We kick the truth. We tell, or kick our truth. And hopefully somebody listens or watches and say, you know what? That brother, that sister was right. You know what I'm saying? I do need to do better. I think even on one of our comments, I said it today, didn't I, Ro? I said, man, we got to do better, Ro, just as a people. You know what I mean? And we got to hold each other accountable. I'm sure if JB see me out here doing something wrong, he got to pull me and say, hey, Bake, man, you tripping right now.
But you know what, Bake? You know what? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah,
that's part of the problem, where it's too many of us that don't want anyone holding us accountable. I know that when we were younger, we may have felt like, okay, nobody tell me nothing. But then, you know, like we were talking about before the before we went live, we it's part of growth. You grow up, and then it's like, okay, you know, we need people to hold us accountable. We need people to put us in check. But it's a lot of people, even our age, can't nobody tell them nothing. You know, can't nobody tell them anything. It's pride, it's ego. You know, you see friendships unfortunately end, and it's like, I'm thinking, okay, all I'm trying to do is kind of help you because I love you enough to tell you the truth, you know. But people don't see it as that. People, oh, stay out of my business, and you know, it don't concern, but it does. It's collectively. We have to come together collectively, you know. And I don't know.
Well, on that note, she said the key word, baby. This is the West Coast Collective. We're gonna sign off, but I'm gonna thank Ro for coming in, hollering at me and my boy JB, and we're gonna do it again real soon. Thank you, Ro. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you.
All right, y'all. One love.
Look.